Welcome back to another game, and something a little bit different, I guess. This time we do have some Land Nomad, a map we haven't seen in a long time, mainly because it just takes so long for the initial pushes to start, but the maps are really interesting, and it's nice to see how everything changes in it. And saying that, it looks like both of our players are going to be really close together. Anyway, getting into the players, in the red we have Miss Zhu, who is probably quite a well-known player by now, Chinese player, playing against NS. Can't remember the nationality. I want to say Turkish, but I'm pretty sure that's not right, so I won't say it. Anyway, getting into it, looks like NS has had quite a good start here and will scout his opponent really early. This is actually going to be massive. Alright, so he knows where his opponent is now, and all good. So, let's get into this quickly, do some quick explanation of Land Nomad. You start out with the resources for a lumber camp, blah blah blah. You get all the villages your civ would usually have, hence Chinese is probably the most picked civ for Land Nomad, having 6 to start with. Very, very helpful. You have no way to scout except for sheep, so if I turn on the Fog of War, you'll see exactly what I mean. See, scouting around with these sheep. Fairly simple, so if you get the sheep early, you do have a massive advantage, as we can see in the scores right now, about 130 odd points there. Anyway, I did say that Land Nomad has an extremely slow startup peak time before we hit the climax, so why did I pick it? Because I have things I want to talk about. And it looks like he spotted the ball there, actually. Might try and lure them in before his opponent gets them. Actually, we need to pay attention to this, so we might just leave the screen here while I talk. Anyway, I have got the stream running, so that's good. The quality's it's decent, definitely. It's respectable. I would have no problem watching it at all. But then again, you're talking to someone who's watched streams in like 240p for like the last, 6 years or whatever. Anyway, pretty good. Everyone says it's respectable. It's nice. A few graphic things needs to be done. But apart from that, we're pretty much set to go. So, on that, first ball going over to Zhu, over on that side. What are we doing with the stream? The stream is going to be for tech. And I say tech when I mean what we're going to be doing is trying to help you improve your play. And by that I mean we're going to be focusing on certain things, explaining strategies, explaining how we do things, and most importantly, why we do things, like why we put 6 villages on sheep, even though most people should probably know that by now. Why we put lumber camps in positions we do, why we pick the unit compositions we do, how we manage our eco, why we manage our eco like that. How we meant to be using a certain unit, how we should be using a certain unit, what we can do to make that unit work better for you to get you better return in your games. Alright, so I think I've covered that. It looks like we've gone 2 balls to 1 over here. Not too bad, but food is pretty much over here and here. So it looks like these were the starting positions meant to have. Saying that, there's a 7 gold here, so I feel like one was meant to start here and one should be over here somewhere. But the way this hunt and sheep are organized, I feel like it should be over here. Ooh, laming the deer over here, actually, definitely a good decision considering he's not going to have access to them. Might even be able to steal some of these sheep here, but gonna get those deer. Very important actually here that he's managed to do this, because it will stop any of this extra meat working against him. So very well played there by NS. Looks like he has just noticed all the extra sheep and things over here, so he's going to be in a good position here, and NS has actually taken off to a massive lead. But anyway, back to talking about the stream. The stream will be a link in the description. It should be extremely obvious anyway. But the first stream will be on Sunday the 9th at 10 GMT. I know that's probably a bit early for people in England, but that's like 9 o'clock at night for me. So, yeah, and I guess it's going to be on a Sunday as well. So, I don't know about you guys, but I generally have a pretty lazy Sunday. And I guess if I'm going to be going out, it's not going to be on a Sunday night. So that's probably the best time for me to do it. So it should be during the day for most of Europe there, I think, or most of that area anyway. So definitely check out what 10 GMT is in your time zone. And we'll go from there. I can tell you that we will be focusing completely on the use of scouts, how you should be using them, how your eco should be staying. And everything, of course, has been verified by, players who know what they're talking about. Because I like to think I have a pretty damn good grip on the game, just in general, by the amount of commentating I've done, the amount of statistics I've run, the amount of games I've watched, and, of course, the amount I've played, because I've played a lot in my time before I started casting. And, well, yeah, I've checked through with everything, and I've of course asked for little bits of advice and things that people think you should be doing. So a few top players have had their say in a few things there. So I think it should be really good. I have no idea how it's going to go for. I think it'll probably be, I'm thinking it'll be at least half an hour, I think. So we'll go through a lot of things. There's a lot of things I want to hit on. And yeah, the main thing is going to be about scouts and how you should be using them, why you should be using them. So it should be good. And just a few, of course, just what do you do, how you're defending against scouts if your opponent goes for that, and what do you do if the situation gets taken to extreme. So cool. I think that should clarify pretty much everything I intend to do there. And I think we're pretty much through most of the build-up phase right now. So I think we should all be happy, and we'll have a good look at the map now. Big gold over here for NS, really lucked out getting that one there. One over here as well, and on this side here, on his side of the map, does have 2 stone piles down in this side. Had a massive amount of hunt and sheep here, so he's really lucked out with the map in this way. But Misused done quite well actually with his map as well. He's got stone right next to his town center, which for China can be quite a big help, because of course you can wall in, and you can go castles if you want to. Depending on what you want to do. It does have 2 gold over here in the back. Kind of pretty far away from the town center, but hopefully not going to be noticed by his opponent. Let's actually check. Yeah, he hasn't even scattered over there, so NS not really going to know where Zoo is getting his extra resources from, and even just gold in that matter, but going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Could go either way at this stage. The scores though are starting to get in favor of Zoo. Actually, let's just check the populations. Zoo hitting feud age there at, what, 1622, and on, how many population? 26. NS going up on 25. Looks like he missed a little bit there. And going to be in the feud age shortly. Wall-offs going down for both players, or across here and here, so of course any harassment will have to come through the back here, or notice this over here, what's this moving around? Sheep is scouting it out, so he might be able to find something. It looks like this villager over here is going to be doing something cheeky. Or at least scouting. It's definitely doing something over here, because you don't generally send a villager into your opponent's base for no particular reason. Blacksmith coming up over here, and markets. We are going to be seeing a fast castle from NS. Stable actually coming up in the back right now for NS. This is kind of a good move, but I think is he going to delay his castle because of it? Alright, so he's going up to barracks. And Zoo already up to castle, well, going to castle. NS nearly has the resources to go to castle, but I don't think he has the buildings required. No, this is interesting. I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with the castle age technology any way at all. Especially if he goes scout. And it looks like it just got scouted. NS, I would say, Misu. Oh! Oh, there we go. It's there. I thought it was just in this little black patch here, but stable is there. They know it's there. Looks like he's going to have to do something about it. He's going to wall it in, or at least attempt to here. See how quick he can get units out. Oh, and actually housed, so he's not going to be able to get any units out. Completely just badly played there by NS. Not going to be able to do anything to help us at all. We'll wall off this side over here. Surprised these villagers didn't come in and try and kill anything off, but NS on his way up to Castle Age now, whereas Mizu is just about there anyway. Higher population as well. Looks like he's probably in a better place as well. Saying that, the scores are still fairly tight, but I don't know. Going to be a close one here. Depending on what Zoo does during the Castle Age. Is he going to boom or is he going to push? That is going to be our question here. And what's he doing? Monastery. So he could be going for a monk push here. Could be a good call considering how close his opponent is to him and the fact his opponent's put a stable up. Meaning that his opponent's probably going to go knights. Is he going to get some monks out? Yes, he will. Little bit of a pop cap there. Going to hurt a little bit, but at least he had the house on the way. And so, cavalry there. There we go, town center is coming up. Haven't seen a third yet. And over here as well, would be surprised if we see a town center thrown up over here, actually on one of these resource piles, just because there's so many villagers already over here. And of course, walking time is idle time, and idle time is bad. NS hitting the castle age now, scout cavalry being produced, and knights, yes, so monks, perfect opportunity for Zoo right now to get some free converts, get some free harass in there. Siege Workshop coming up, actually, that's going to be an interesting play there to see how this one works out. I don't know if I agree with NS's play here at all, depending Zoo's already going monks, and if he goes monk, what, light cav or monk knight, it's pretty much over. Got 2 monks there already, and oh no, gonna get some converts free. And you got the knight, you got the scout, and these ones aren't even attacking. This is really bad right now for NS. I can't explain how bad it is. As soon as these monks, of course, get their energy back up, they'll convert that knight, another scout. And deleting them off was probably the smartest idea there, because they will just get converted and used against you. Definitely not good right now for NS. really, really bad for him. Another town center coming down over here on stone, so it looks like he will be going for a castle, even though we have seen so much stone already being collected over there. How much are you up to? 515, NS on 190, so spent some of that stone somewhere. And there we go. Over here, has he put any more town centers up yet? No, so at the moment, it's really in favor of Zoo. I can't explain how much it's in favor. He's getting his third town center up. He's got some units out in play. That mangonel there going to be really annoying. Castle coming up here. Going to lose a villager potentially, but these mangonels will not be able to push through here against the town center. Or, I mean a castle, because, well, castles are so much more powerful. They've got extra range. They kill off mangonels extremely quickly. But right now, this is bad. This is a bad situation. Mangonels are in, and the castle isn't up. So right now, NS is in a good position to push here. However, I think overall is in a pretty bad position. I think that knight will get converted, no problem. And deleting it. Definitely a smart idea there. Gonna try and convert the knight. Might just get it here. We'll be able to take out a mangonel or two, actually, with this. Of course, the stable has been freed up right now, and NS is pushing really heavily right now. However, that mangonel is going to get killed off pretty quickly by those knights. It just comes down to how much he's able to kill off before it dies, and it's just one monk. That's probably just about worth it right now. And castle, ooh, I can't tell if that got deleted or got destroyed. Let's check. It got destroyed. There is no stone there left. That hurts so much right now in this situation. He's lost a lot of stone in that investment there. I don't think he's too fussed, though. Really not acting like it. Gonna try and convert one of the knights, and he did get one. But it'll probably be converted back. Looks like we're gonna see a mangonel. Ooh, not even a mangonel trade there. NS managing to get a pretty good play out of that and keep one mangonel alive. Only on 4 hit points, but it is still alive, which is the main thing here. Ooh, a castle coming up for NS on the wood here as well. Really getting bad, actually. In fact, for Zoo right now, he was in such a good position until his opponent decided to push through here. Going for the town centers might have been a bad idea. I should have probably pushed with the castle age tech that he has. He's going to grab a mangonel there, though, and it looks like he grabbed one here as well. And a 1-for-1 trade there with a little bit of lag for some reason. More knights moving in. Might be able to convert both of these if he's lucky. Saying that, though, there is a mangonel out, and it might be going for these monks. Getting one, and might be able to... Nope, not even going to kill that, but of course reverting back to their original owner right now. We're in a massive monk war here. Going to be forced to garrison this town center. And over here, it looks like... Oh, he lost a lot of villagers to that castle. Way more than he should have. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's way more than he should have lost. And that's actually playing a brilliant game here. I don't know what Zoo's going to do. If he can keep booming behind this, he'll be alright in the long run. But if these mangonels and knights and monks really start to push, it's going to be in a lot of trouble here. I think this is being a lot more played like arena right now. Ooh, we'll grab that one there. I'm potentially going to grab 2 monks here if he's lucky. Or 3. Nope. Knights have no upgrades on them whatsoever yet, so town center fight is still pretty dangerous. But I don't know how this is going to go right now. Ooh, actually converting monks here. Did lose one, and I think he might lose another. Looks like one got converted back and lost one there. That's really tight, actually, this game. I'm surprised. NS is taking a massive score lead right now. But it looks like it's going to be going into just complete monk warfare. Which is interesting, because that's something we don't generally see. Villagers over here, down to 1 HP each by the look of it. Oh, that one's got 3. My bad. Right now, Zoo has no room to move. He's been really trapped in here well. And I'm really impressed by the way NS has played this so far in Castle Age. The rest of the game wasn't quite so good. If that stable didn't get discovered, it could have been really good, but... Gonna lose another mangonel there. Ooh, coming in range of the town center, bad move. Gonna lose a monk for that. Still no upgrades on the knights. And I think this might be it for Zoo. I can't see him doing anything too spectacular to get out of this one now, actually. The pressure from NS has been absolutely great. Is a castle coming up here? Is in a good defensive location. Will hopefully stop the town center getting taken down by anything. And let's see how many mangonels he can grab here. Just 1-for-1. And I think that castle's going to come up. Saying that, let's check on the economy quickly of NS. Not quite so good. So if Zoo kills off this force here, he's in with a shot, but it's a small shot. That castle, however, is going to make a massive difference here. Lumber camp coming up over here, a lot easier to push, of course. Another castle coming up here, being dropped on his opponent's town center. Gonna hopefully cancel out one of them, but there's 2 more operating on other sides of the base. Lots of gold actually being gathered at the moment. And monks being produced as well. And what are we seeing here? Looks like the castle is just being used to defense. No Chukunus on the way. And has this one over here got Chukunus in it? Yes. Only 400 points difference still. Market being thrown up by NS. Let's check populations. NS on 57, Zoo on 68. So there's a bit of difference here, and most of Zoo's is villages right now. So he might be able to win just out of booming. But it's so tight at the moment to call. How are we doing upgrades? +1 rain has been done. Do we check if there's Chukunus in there? I think we did, and there was, so let's see how many we're up to. 3, 4. Not too bad. Monk's going to be able to push out now and might be able to get some good... Ooh, I think he's going to convert that one there. We'll lose it to Knights, but... Come on, Micro. Ooh, losing 2 of his monks there. Not good at all. And a 3rd over there. I think this might be NS's game right now. He lost way too many monks in that push there. He's losing a lot of ground right now. And NS is just continually pushing. The only way I can see Zoo coming out on top right now is if he manages to just outboom his opponent right now, and it's starting to look like he's not going to be able to. Saying that though, NS on his way up to Imperial, Zoo nowhere near it. I think if NS gets to Imperial, it's going to be over for Zoo. This stable was the only thing I didn't like. Just because of the fact it got, if it was out here a bit more, it might not have got spotted, and he could have been in a good position, and really good, and just come straight on with scouts and absolutely destroy this gold over on the top here. But apart from that, not quite so bad. A really good play by him so far. Castle coming up here in defense, but of course, once NS hits Imperial, he will be able to go for trebuchets, and once he gets those trebuchets out, there's going to be nothing stopping him. And Imperial, are we going to say GG? Oh, GG. There we go. Zoo resigning out as soon as he hits Imperial because he knows there's nothing he can do against it. And NS just one town center primarying it and just going straight for the kill, and he managed to get it. Really well played by him. Managed to get a really lucky start in the map and actually managed to get both those boar over there. Just really unlucky that the stable was seen early. Otherwise, he could have done so much more damage. And just really unlucky for him. Anyway, I thought that was an interesting game. Something we don't see a lot. Remember, stream Sunday, 10 GMT. I think, unless, if it's not going to be, I will put out an announcement or something if it won't be on. We'll put a link to it in the description, and I hope you're ready to learn something, because I know I am. I'll see you in the next game.